Oh my goodness. I'm not going to let a few sick horses on a Friday put a damper on things. I mean, clearly you can see West 52nd, yes, yes, and the filly wasn't themselves. Now, the filly scoped sick, but that's another issue. That was another issue with the filly. Obviously, it's 24 hours after I made the video last night. I'm still leaning towards looking at, now I'm in mode where, okay, who's going to do good for the rest of the summer? Who could be turned out and who needs to go to the sale? I entered 10 horses for the sale last night from throughout the barn. There might be a couple be entered today that are kind of a little older. They're on the fence. I just want to take a good look at what we have and what we don't have and move forward. My biggest concern is, yes, we have the baby and the yearling sales coming up down not that far in the future. We have the babies that are racing really incredibly well. I just did a list with Amy. We have 19 two-year-olds that have taken lifetime marks. That's not counting qualifiers for the most part. And think of the horses that haven't won yet. Need Your Opinion hasn't taken a mark yet. Willpower Fashion raced great the other day. Who else got a bunch of seconds? Rose Run Versatile hasn't won yet. Just For Me and You hasn't won. These are horses that will win at some point this year. They haven't won yet. We're going to have upwards of 25 or 30 two-year-olds take lifetime marks of the two-year-olds we bought, of the yearlings we bought last year. So I'm always optimistic when we buy the horses. You know, I want to do good. I want to have the horses ready to go. I want them to do the best they can. But even I couldn't have envisioned having such a good two-year-old season so far. And of the horses that haven't won, lots of talent. We still have some that haven't started yet. Don't forget, Sunshine and Shade was one of our better two-year-olds training down, got hurt. He's coming back and looking good. Antaros is ready to start training again. Who else do we have? Cabernet is training right now. So we do have some horses that are on their way back. And a lot of horses racing great. The only problem I've run into this year is that the same problem we have when we always have good horses. You always have a few people quietly and politely asking, hey, can we put another driver on the horses? Or, hey, are you going to drive this horse all year? And I know what they mean. Hey, can we put another driver on the horse? It puts me in a tough spot. Think of it this way. Lawmaker was a great example. All our clients, for the most part, were behind me driving Lawmaker in the Hambletonian. You remember this last year. But, you know, I didn't start the stable.ca for my driving career. I didn't. And I'm glad that I'm of use to our clients, and I'm glad that I'm perceived to be helping us achieve what we need to achieve. I'm not a horrible driver. I'm a decent driver, and I think I know these babies better than anybody else that has a license. So, you know, when it comes to me driving the horses, it puts me in a tough spot. Think of it this way. Say 30% of an ownership wanted somebody else to drive horse X, right? Whether it be the Hambo or a big race. The other 70 wanted me to drive the horse. Now think of the position I'm in. Okay, I bow and I say I'm not going to drive the horse. I want to do what's best for everybody. And I think me not driving this horse is best for everybody, because that's what happened with Lawmaker. And then he made a break. Then I got a bunch of people that didn't want to say, hey, thanks for not driving the horse. You screwed us over. Or, hey, you wouldn't have made a break with that horse. Or, hey, that horse would have been in the final or might have done better with you driving him. Makes me feel bad. But then if I don't book off, if I drive the horse and he makes the break on me, or he races bad where it looks like I made a mistake, now I look like an idiot. So I can't win. It's a winless situation for me to do that. It's a good situation to be in. I mean, at the end of the day, I got thick skin. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But I do have to do what's best for the horse and for everybody else. And, you know, I deal with these all the time. It's not that this doesn't come up. It does. And I'm having a pretty good run right now, so it comes up a lot less right now, but it will always come up. It will always come up. I have people all the time saying, hey, can we not put James on a horse? Or, hey, can we not use so-and-so at the B tracks? Or, hey, why can't you put this guy on? Or, hey, my horse isn't training well. Can you move him to one of your other trainers? I know you guys mean well, and I know nobody wants to be rude, but at the same time, I'm trying to be professional, and I believe all our trainers are of the utmost professionals. They take their job seriously and they do well. Sure, some horses might do better with other trainers, I don't know. But we can't just move them around whenever we want. And you know who I'm talking about. And this is I have no ill will towards anybody saying, hey, can we use a different trainer? You only want what's best for your horse. But what happens if we move the horse to the other trainer and he does worse? Then what do we do? Move it back? It doesn't work that way. You know, it's like, I always tell our clients, it's like a good hitter in a bad slump. They don't have to change their underwear all the time or change their pants or take different vitamins. They have to put their head down, see the pitches, and swing the bat. That's how you get out of a slump. Do what you're there to do. And it's the same as a trainer. It's the same as a horse. It's the same as a driver. You want to get out of a slump? Continue to put horses in a good position to win races, and you will. And it's the same as trainers. You want to get out of a slump? Come to the barn. Work hard. Send your horses out into races that they're supposed to win, that they have a chance to win. And they will. And it's the same for everybody. So for those of you out there who have those questions, please, you can send them to me anytime. I appreciate the feedback. I'd rather have our clients with an open line of communication than having our clients saying, oh, I don't want to ask Anthony because I don't want to offend him. You're not going to offend me. I'm here to make sure that the experience of thestable.ca is the best it can be for everybody. Am I going to be right all the time? No, of course I'm not. But I hope and I pray and I assume everybody knows by now I do what's best for everybody. The best that I think for everybody. The horses included. All of them. What's best for the horse is best for you. What's best for you is best for me and my family, and that's important to me also. So those are the only issues we've had so far. I hate when I drop my pen. It drives me absolutely bonkers. I'm gonna leave it alone. Ava, can you try and get my pen?
I have my seatbelt on.
Anyway, to say we're having a good run, it would be a gross understatement. Sure, when we buy these horses, we hope they all win. We hope they all win stake races. But we all know, we're all big boys and girls, and we know that just doesn't happen. But it seems to be happening quite a bit lately. For sure, 1/3 of the horses we broke last year have taken lifetime marks, or will in the near future. And that's impressive. To me, very impressive. We've had some massive gains. Pennsylvania, with our 2-year-olds. Ohio, with our 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. We had a bad night last night, but that happens. Listen, guys, you know the score. You saw the races Thursday evening from Ohio. You saw our fillies do first, second, fifth. None of them looked fit. Well, Globetrotting I thought looked great. Spend that money, was sick. You didn't need the vet to tell you that. It was just to confirm what we already knew. She was full of mucus. Compass Rose DC won her race. You know she was sick. You know, and people can say, well, why would you send a horse out sick? We had no indications they were sick. Look at this thing overheating.